Are you starting a nonprofit? Well, then you've probably come across the IRS Form 1023-EZ. And let's be honest, it sounds amazing. A faster, simpler, and somewhat more affordable way to apply for 501c3 tax-exempt status. But there's a catch. If you don't know what you're doing, that convenience can come back to bite you. Mistakes in the process, especially if you don't fully understand what the IRS is asking for, can delay your approval or even jeopardize your tax-exempt status later. Hi, this is Greg McRae, founder and CEO of Foundation Group, and welcome back to our 501c3 University channel, where we strive to make nonprofit issues understandable. Today, we're walking through the most common mistakes people make when filing the Form 1023-EZ and how to avoid them so that your nonprofit gets off to the right start. So let's start with what is Form 1023-EZ. Well, it is the streamlined version of the IRS's application for recognition of 501c3 tax-exempt status. Now, it's designed for small nonprofits, those with projected annual gross income of $50,000 or less, or total assets under $250,000. Form 1023-EZ is an online-only application filed through the IRS's Pay.gov portal. And unlike the full IRS Form 1023, which can stretch to more than 20 pages, plus voluminous subschedules and attachments, the Form 1023-EZ is just a few screens long, and you'll answer a series of yes or no questions and certify that you meet certain conditions. Sounds easy, right? But that ease is also what makes it dangerous. Without context or deeper understanding, it is easy to check the wrong box or miss a requirement entirely. Now, I'm going to run down the 5 major mistakes people make when they use Form 1023-EZ, and I might even throw a bonus one in there at the end, so stick around to find out. Mistake number 1, skipping the eligibility rules. Now here's the big one, assuming you're eligible without checking to be sure. Now the IRS has got a strict checklist of disqualifiers from using Form 1023-EZ. Here's some of the no-nos. If you're a church or a school, you cannot use this form, period. Plan to operate internationally? Nope. You're going to offer scholarships or grants to individuals? No way. You expect to generate more than $50,000 in total annual income anytime in the first 3 years? Don't use Form 1023-EZ. You intend to influence legislation in any way? Forget about it. And yes, people file 1023-EZ even if they don't qualify, and some even get IRS approved until they get flagged later. And that can lead to revocation, penalties, or worse. Mistake number 2, assuming less info means less risk. Now, the Form 1023-EZ doesn't ask for your bylaws or your budget or even a detailed mission plan. And that sounds nice, right? But here's the problem. You're still making legal declarations under penalty of perjury, and the IRS expects you to know the rules. If you check a box saying you qualify and you don't, that can come back later to give you grief. This is not a quiz, it's a contract, so be honest, be precise, and when in doubt, get help. Mistake number 3, writing a weak purpose statement. Now let's talk about your mission. The purpose statement in your Articles of Incorporation, that's a foundational piece for your nonprofit. And if it says something vague like helping people or improving the community, well, the IRS might not buy that your qualification is legit. They're looking for legally defined purposes like advancing education, relieving the poor, or promoting health. So, helping people? Too vague. Advancing education for under-resourced youth? Much better. Make sure your mission is aligned with what the IRS actually considers charitable. Mistake number 4, ignoring state requirements. Now here's a myth. Once you get IRS approved, you're good to go. Well, that's not true. Every state has its own rules, charity registration, business licenses, reporting, all separate from the IRS. Every state has its own nonprofit regulations, and the IRS does not align its rules with those state agencies or vice versa. If you're planning to fundraise publicly, operate in multiple states, hire employees, open a physical location, any of those things, then you're likely to have significant state-level obligations such as state incorporation, annual reports, solicitation registration, maybe even sales tax or employment tax filings. Don't get caught unaware. That could be very costly. Mistake number 5, rushing through it. Look, we get it. It's online, it's short, you want to get it done, but every checkbox matters. One wrong answer about board compensation or one skipped eligibility check, that can derail the whole process. Take your time, read every screen, double check, then check again. Mistakes, even unintentional ones, can damage your organization's reputation and drain valuable resources. So I said that I might have a bonus mistake, and this might be the most important one. Assuming the brevity of Form 1023-EZ makes starting a nonprofit a do-it-yourself project. Every mistake and disclaimer I've articulated in this video should serve as evidence that you probably need help with this. And it's important to understand that the IRS didn't release Form 1023-EZ over 10 years ago to make it easier on you. They did it to make it easier on them to review applications. See where I'm going with this? The rules are still complex and confusing, so get the help you need. Finally, Form 1023-EZ can be a great choice, but only if you understand what's going on. Don't mistake easy for informal. The IRS still expects full compliance, strategic purpose, and long-term accountability. Need help getting it right the first time? Well, that's what we do here at Foundation Group. We've helped tens of thousands of nonprofits just like yours. Visit us at www.501c3.org. Our team of experts are dedicated to guiding nonprofits like yours to success. And as always, we appreciate the likes and subscribes, so keep them coming. Thanks for watching. Now go serve your community.